Okay, hold on. Oh, I know what I gotta do. Oh. All right, I just started the show back up, but now we gotta wait for people to get in here.
Okay.
All right. I gotta find this one. Okay. All right, we're back on live, Dad. Hi again. Hey, Nita. Hey, Rosie. I ain't fucking around with that. I know I heard someone. Period. I don't give a shit. Don't like that. Oh, I've been thinking that for many years. Like I said, back in 2017, I noticed my phone being weird, and I heard just like that, and I actually told people like I was talking in my phone. I was on hold with a car rental place to go to Florida, and the music cut out while I was on hold. You know, they got that shitty elevator music on hold sometimes when you're like on car rental place. So the music cut out, and I was like, okay, you guys, I know y'all are there listening, you know, stop being cowards and just fucking like say something, you fucking cowards. And they said, exactly, we aren't going to hurt you. We just want to have a little fun. And I right away called the police, made a report. So yeah, my phone has been hacked before or tapped or what the fuck ever, but yeah.
Oh well. I'm pretty sure that lots of conversations are listened to on cell phones.
Oh, I bet.
The powers that be, by aliens.
Why? I noticed it, like I said, the first time I wrote my dad in prison. And then I noticed it for sure when I started talking to a high profile inmate who I talked to back in like 2016 for like 3.5 years. She was high profile back in 94. And so I knew for sure then. And why? Because she's due for parole in a couple of years, so they listen to everything. So I was her power of attorney actually. So for sure. Hey, Chatty Jen. It popped in last chat. Well, I don't know. I just took it off. I'm sure people were recording it, but you see it? You hear that? Nothing. Everyone's saying hi.
Oh, hello, everybody in podcast land. Woohoo! Happy Friday, everybody. My brother's birthday.
Oh yeah,
Malcolm's birthday.
that's right. I forgot to text Kathy.
Yeah, it might not be a great time to text her. She's going through a lot of trouble right now.
Yeah, don't say anything else. Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, if people want to think it's my phone, that's fine. They can think whatever they want. I know what I've been listening to on my phone. No matter if you even upgrade your phone, it's my phone line. So I don't really give a shit. That's why I don't have conversations, anyways. That you know what I mean. Like I do every conversation like either I'm being recorded or whatever. My dad's paid for his crimes, by the way. He's he's gone through the justice system.
Well, I didn't have to pay for the bank robbery. I got away with that.
Dad. Fuck. Well,
okay, I gotta put my muzzle on.
no, wait. Well, that was their call to let you go on that, though. They clearly had stuff. Yeah, no, whatever. Moving on. Tell us more about Grandma.
About your grandma?
How did you meet my mom?
How did I meet her?
Yeah, how did you meet her?
Oh boy.
She was being a hoe bag.
Kind of a funny story. stories? No. My friend and I, actually, two of my friends and I were driving around town. I think it was a Friday or a Saturday night. And that's what we did back then, just drive around and see if there were any chicks that wanted to get picked up, that kind of thing. We were young punks. I was 17 years old when I met your mom.
Okay.
Anyway, saw her and her
big curly hair and her leather fringe jacket.
Nope.
Oh no, you got her that jacket.
Yeah, I think I did. No, she was with her foster sister. They were both in a foster home. They weren't living with your grandmother at the time. They were living in a foster home. And so we cruised by a couple of times, and they smiled at us, so we picked them up. And here's the weird thing about it. Your mom got in the back seat with my buddy, and I was in the passenger seat, and the other chick, her sister, got in between me and my buddy that was driving. And my buddy that was driving, his name is Adrian also. Him and I were best buds. Two Adrians, they called us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're cruising around, smoking weed and whatever. And this guy in the back seat starts trying to make out with your mom, and she fucking backed him across the face and said, "Fuck off, leave me alone, you whatever." She wasn't interested at all, and I turned around and I told the guy, "Man, fucking lay off. I'm not interested." So right at that second, your mom cleaned on me. And that was it. Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Someone says you sound like the High Priestess says you sound like his attorney.
What?
They said you sound like their attorney. They said you are so honest.
Huh. Well, there's no point in bullshitting about it. You know, there's a lot of stuff that you probably want to know. But I don't know. It's a good idea to learn it all on social media.
Well, I'm gonna. I don't even know where to start, so we'll just let the haters expose, and then I'll be like, "Hey, Dad, tell me about this." He's like, "Yep. Y'all heard it again. Y'all heard that again."
Can I say something to the haters out there for a minute?
Yeah, of course. Not that I mean, they're not. Yeah, say it. Don't threaten. Don't threaten.
No. I'm smarter than that today.
Yeah, we don't threaten. We just pop up. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Directed at my daughter, and you people, you get a life. Find something worthwhile to do with your fucking time, because if you're just gonna sit there and make up bullshit to put on social media, hey, the truth is bad enough. You don't have to rise up about me. My fucking criminal history speaks for itself. I was arrested 100 times for 100 different things. Never anything dirty, like sexual or anything like that. That's not the kind of guy I am. Never the kind of person I was or would be. I hate sex offenders or essays, whatever you want to call them.
Listen, we know that. The haters can make up whatever they want.
But yeah, you guys, tell the truth. Why make up bullshit?
Well, because the truth they can't have nothing with when we're so open about it. They what would they have then? I've always been an open book. So, and you are an open book too. So what do they have when we're so honest? They think they're exposing, but they're not. They're helping me learn, and they're actually giving me a place. Hey, Dad, tell me about this. Because we haven't been talking very long. Out of all of my life, I'm 39. We've been talking for less than 2 years now. So there's a whole lot I still don't know. So
yeah, well,
Yo, there's a straight up other woman on the phone right now. Lady.
Hey?
Hold on, Dad. Stop talking for a minute, okay?
Okay. Yep.
Hey, lady. On the other end, listening to the call. And probably a mister. Just, we know you're listening. Speak up. Hi, Glitter Witch. Okay, Dad, never mind. You notice when it's quiet and when it's not. We can still hear that. Yeah. Was Manson in his cult around during this time? Well, Manson wasn't in Canada. In
That's in 1969.
yeah. Huh.
Manson had been in jail for, I don't know, 30 years by the time I did my crime.
Yeah.
How old do you guys think I am?
Wait, how old are you? 50 something?
59.
59?
Just turned 59 October 1st. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes sense because I'm 39. Manson was 60s, 70s. Tell them to send a super chat. Yeah. They won't. That'd be so fucked up. It's like FBI super chats $5. If you call him in here 3 beeps while you listen, I've Googled every which way. I'm like not just saying this. I've said for years, I don't give a shit. People to me, oh, you're paranoid. I don't care. Like in the past, people have talked back to me on the line. There's police reports made. So I don't give a shit if other people listen. There was another man right there. That doesn't always happen when I'm on the phone. Sorry, it doesn't. Huh?
I can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
Oh.
Does it sound like just a normal phone call? No static, no other people talking?
No, I can only hear you.
Huh.
I can hear you nice and clear.
Interesting. Well, perhaps, perhaps it's because I'm holding the phone to the microphone is what some people will say, but that could be it.
Get up waves, man.
Get up waves. All right, so there's a woman and a man on the phone with me and my dad. Yo, it's straight up like a radio, ain't it? Did you hear that?
Oh.
My dad can't hear it. Only we can hear it. What's that mean? Hold up. Let's Google together. Signs your phone is tapped. Does it when you put your phone by a radio, anyone? We're doing okay. We're having some fun with
My phone is right beside my tablet.
Hackers. Oh, maybe that's what it is. It's so many wires crossed. We'll just it's spirits. Something. It's probably fucking mom trying to fuck us up again. Hey, mom tried to cross the border in some dude's trunk from the bar when I was like 23. Did I tell you about that? She got arrested at the border, actually, that dumb bitch. Well,
that was to try to come and kidnap you, right?
No, I was 23. She wanted money. She knew when I got ran over by the motorcycle, the foster agency had a little fund for me and Katrina set up. And mom knew about it. And I hadn't talked to her. Last time I saw her was like 11 when I decided I don't want to see that bitch no more. And so don't make me go see her. And then when I was 23, I reached out to her. I always knew where they were. And I said, hey, I'd like some baby pictures of myself. And she goes, I've got baby pictures of you, but you can't have them. And I said, wait, what? And she goes, you can't have them. It's all I have. You can't have the pictures I have. I was like, you can't copy them or nothing. And then that's when she brought up, hey, did you know about this or that? I was like, well, no. And then she ended up sending me a copy of my birth certificate, which I needed to claim my money. And then when she knew about that, she asked me for a bunch of money, and I was like, no. And then she was like, I'm coming to Minnesota, whatever. And she told me, and she said, I'm going to the bar and I'm going to cross the border and I'm going to come whoop your ass. And I was like, okay, well, please show up at my doorstep. I dare you, because that's no, like, no. And last I heard was she was arrested at the border. So as far as I know, she was hiding in this dude's trunk. And if I'm not mistaken, Katrina got it from somewhere, but her exact words were she was going to pay a Mexican to help her cross the border. That's what she told me. I know Mexicans at the bar who will put me in their trunk to cross the border. That's what she said.
Well, let me tell you one thing about your mother that you probably already know. She was not too smart. I mean, and there's a lot of stuff associated with that. I mean, she was dragged across Canada all her life.
Well, Grandma pimped her out, right?
Yeah. Well, that too, but your grandma's deal was to scam welfare and the healthcare system for prescription drugs and stuff all across Canada, from London, Ontario to Vancouver. She stopped in, a couple of dozen fucking cities with different IDs and collected welfare checks. And she made a lot of money. She had a lot of money. And she dragged your mother and her brother Lewis, your Uncle Lewis, across Canada back and forth on the Greyhound bus system. So Louisa never had a chance to get settled in school at all. I mean, she had like a grade 4 education, something like that, maybe grade 5 or 6, but nothing more than that. I tried to convince her to upgrade her education, like to take GED way back when. And I think she actually started at one time, but she never finished it. But I mean, her and I, our relationship between her and I was, oh boy, to call it rocky would be the really paint a pretty picture of it. It was fucking stupid. We broke up in the 7 years that we knew each other. We probably broke up, oh geez, I don't know, a dozen times.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Hi, music. Hi, everyone. I remember you coming home one day, and there was like 3 dudes passed out with her in the living room, and you came. I remember you walked in. It was an apartment. And I remember you picking up Mom off the couch, and you walked. I think maybe it wasn't an apartment because there were stairs. I remember you walk up the stairs. I remember I followed you, and I remember you put Mom in a shower and turned on the cold water.
Oh, that wasn't me.
That wasn't you? No, that was you.
No.
Who was that? Was that Doug?
Could be. Or any one of the other guys shoot. Any other of the other guys shoots.
Yeah. There was so many.
She really got around. I mean, I went to jail for 30 days one time. She got around town. My friends told me about it when I got out. I was like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
My brother actually came to jail to tell me, I don't really want to get you angry while you're doing time in here. But
hi, Nana's love. Oh, yeah. Hi, Nana's love. Thank you, Yanni. Okay, I kind of remember that. Let's go over that again because we can talk about that. So you were arrested at the time, and you got told something. The warden called you in, right? Are you there, Dad?
About you?
Yeah, tell them about. Well, unless that's a different time.
Well, that was when I was in jail for the fire and the bank robbery. I was in pretrial custody
Mhm.
in Ocala prison in DC, and that was 1991, March of 1991, maybe March, April. Maybe I've been in jail a month or two. No, maybe a little bit more. Maybe it was in 1991, anyways.
Yeah, 1991's right.
I was brought to the warden's office, and I had no idea why I was being taken to the warden's office. They just came to my cell and handcuffed me and said, "We got to take you to the warden's office." And usually that means you're in a lot of shit. But I hadn't. I was trying to rack my brain, like, what the fuck did I do? What's this about? And I got to the office, and the guy, the warden, told the guards to take the cuffs off and step outside. And shit, you guys have a seat. And he looked at me from across his desk. He said, "I don't give a shit about you." He says, "I couldn't care less about you. But there's kids involved here, so I want to do the right thing." And what it was a phone call from a lawyer in London, Ontario, or pardon me, Sarnia, Ontario.
Yep, Sarnia Children's Aid. Woo!
Yeah. I said, "What's going on?" Because the warden didn't tell me anything specific. He just said there's kids involved, and as soon as I heard Sarnia, Ontario, I started thinking, well, who the fuck do I know in Sarnia, Ontario? And I thought, well, London, Ontario. Oh, okay. And I started
hooker
putting it together in
mom.
my head. So the lawyer on the phone, he's talking to me, and he says, "He wants your consent to." It was with regard to a divorce action that militia has filed against me. You know, they wanted to try to do it over the phone and type of thing because, you know, it would cost too much money. Well, for one thing, they would never ship me to Ontario.
Hey, Eli.
A civil matter.
Hey,
But,
Shelly.
you know, so this lawyer is telling me, he says, "Look, I got to tell you about some things." And I said, "What?" And he says, I was getting fucking pissed off. As soon as I realized it was about your mom, I was getting fucking torqued.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting in the warden's office, right? So I gotta be cool, because if I start snapping, like, that phone call's over.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, the lawyer says, you need to this is a divorce agreement. I said, "Well, sure, I can mail it to you, no problem. I'll sign it." I said, "Sign it for me. I'll give you permission to use my name." And he said, "Well, the urgency is because she's wanting to get remarried to some guy." And I don't care. Whatever. You know,
Doug! That bitch. Wait, was it Doug? Did she marry Doug? That bitch.
I don't know. No. The guy's name was, oh, fuck, I can't remember now.
Not Doug. Well, either way.
Anyways, they sent me the paperwork for the divorce. I signed it, and they sent it back. And, oh boy. Sometime after that, I don't know what month or anything, I heard that you and your sister had been apprehended by the Sarnia Clearwater Police due to allegations of child abuse.
Yep.
I was sent a letter stating this, and it was also in the newspaper here in British Columbia. And
some of the worst child abuse they've seen.
Yeah, there was some comments in the newspaper article about what the judge had said. Your mom got 9 months, and the guy that she was with got 3 years.
Yeah.
Which is a federal sentence in Canada. And,
he should have got a lot more. Because I still have scars from that man. But anyway.
I had no idea. I don't want to talk about this stuff. It's going to upset you, baby girl.
No, I already, no. And we've talked about it before. I'm fine with it. But Billy says hi, and Eli says hello as well.
Hi, Billy Joe. Hey, Eli. Nice talking to you the other day.
He said he's got a funeral in the morning.
Oh, no.
You're relieved to see his first name because he doesn't like to be called sir. So can I say with confidence now, what's up, Adrian? Eli says you don't. You told him not to call you sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
He says hello from Florida. Yeah, when people call me ma'am, it just makes me feel old. Yeah. Okay, so all right, so I'm sorry, go on. So they sent you a letter. Mom got 9 months. That dude got 3 years, which should have been a lot more. But do you remember a little bit what they said, or do you want? It's not gonna. We've already talked about it. It was not gonna trigger me, but it will help other people kind of understand.
Well, in the newspaper article that I read, the judge said it was one of the most detestable acts of, I think he said cowardice or something. I'm not sure if it was cowardice or...
Hi, Trey.
Abuse, I think. He said it was one of the worst acts of abuse you'd ever heard in his court toward children.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm sitting in jail reading this in the fucking newspaper, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I phoned my lawyer and said, look, there's stuff going on that I need to deal with with regard to my kids. So, is there any possible way you can get me any kind of conditional release so I can deal with this on the outside? And no, not a chance. Not even a chance. He says, don't even bother putting in the paperwork because it'll never happen.
Yeah.
He was telling me straight. He was telling me the truth. And so there was absolutely nothing I could do. I was sent another letter from, I think it was from Ontario Children's Aid or whatever. I'm not sure which agency it was from. But it stated that you and your sister Katrina had been adopted, or there was an order, a request to adopt you both. And I don't know why they sent me the letter, other than to inform me. But it stated very clearly that I was to have zero contact with you or your sister.
Yeah.
From that point on. And I went through a lot of hell thinking about that. And never mind the fact that I was in jail. I was going through hell thinking, well, fuck, I'm never going to see my kids again. And it's only because of your tenacity that we actually got to see each other. Oh man, I'm sitting on the couch here where you were sitting beside me. I can see you sitting here.
Aw. You know what, Eli? I thought about that, but we're such open books. They say he said he worries about you being on the YouTube because you see the hate and it pisses you off. But no one's gonna trigger him. He's more worried about my feelings than his own, which should say a lot. So, no one's gonna trust me. There's no one gonna get to my dad and try and no, that's just not gonna work. So that'd be
So
great.
that was the last communication with regard to you and Katrina that I'd have forgotten until you contacted me. What did you do? You phoned Kathy?
I no, I didn't call Kathy first. I actually found your attorney and I reached out to your attorney, who I don't think was your attorney anymore, but he knew. I can't remember. Was that it, Alan?
Alan Holm, HOEM.
Well, I reached out to him, had a conversation with him, and he said, yeah, he put me in touch. He told me the prison you were in. And so that's when I wrote you. And it was very weird. Or did they put you on the phone for me? Or was it a letter first? Do you remember? Because I don't remember. I kind of feel like they actually put you on the phone, but your attorney, your old attorney helped me get in touch and know where you were at and get in contact with you.
No, they definitely didn't put me on the phone. I would remember that.
Then it was a letter. Yeah, then it was a letter. That's what it was. And you wrote back. And actually I have those letters at my best friend's house, which will be here, and we can go through those letters. But that first time of contacting you didn't go well, did it?
No, not really. I was.
You were very much institutionalized.
I was, and I'm still just over the moon to hear from you.
Yeah.
You own my heart.
But your exact words to me then, we talked for a little bit, and then you told me in a letter, and this is actually what made me mad. But yeah, you guys, my dad and I had contact at one point back in, I think, 2017 or 2017.
2016, I think it was.
Yeah, I think so. 2016, 2017 around. And we talked a little bit. There was a few letters back and forth. I think I don't know if there was phone calls then, but a few letters. But one letter, and I still have it, said to me, I have nothing to offer you. Just keep living your life, but I'm in here and I have absolutely nothing to offer you. Pretty much thanks for reaching out. And I was mad. I was like, I don't remember if I wrote you back or if I just thought to myself, like, that asshole. I didn't ask you for nothing but conversation. I was angry. That's the one time I was angry with you. The only time I actually can remember being actually angry with you was then, because I'm like, that's kind of selfish and I don't want nothing from you but contact with you,
Can I explain that? Because I still know exactly what I was feeling and what I was thinking at the time.
Well, yeah. Give me a second, and then yes, I want to hear your side. But what I got from the letter, now that I understand, is that you were very institutionalized, because you had told me actually one time that you had begged the prison at one point not to let you out, that you felt safer and you knew other people were safer if they just kept you. So I realize now you were very institutionalized. And so I think you were trying to protect me. But okay, go ahead. What were you thinking when that all went down?
Well, first of all, when I said I had nothing to offer you, I didn't mean like, money or anything like that.
No, you meant in life.
What I really meant, and it was hard for me to say it, and it's hard for me to say
Hi, Thor.
What I meant was that I wasn't someone that you should be really concerned with being in contact with, because I was just a fucking loser. I mean, this was 2016 or 2017, and I was in jail. Now, I did a lot of time in my life. I've done over 17 and a half years in jail.
Mm-hmm.
altogether, and it hasn't all been in one thing. With regard to the fire, the deaths in the fire, I did 10 years for that, and I did almost all of it. I got out for 3 months on parole one time and 6 months on parole another time, and I kept fucking it up because I was smoking pot. But yeah, this was another time. This was 2017 or whatever, and I was in jail for, I think, an assault charge, or something like that. Yeah, it must have been an assault charge, because that's the only charges I've had since I've been here in Vernon.
Why are you even here? You don't accidentally click my shit, and I'm just gonna do you favors so you don't accidentally click on here anymore. You can figure out Eli how to contact her. That shit ain't going down in here. All right.
What?
Nothing. Keep going.
Oh, okay. Yeah, after doing 10 years pretty much straight in jail, in 5 different jails.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they move you around a bit for different programs and whatnot. But I was completely fucking, absolutely institutionalized.
Mm-hmm.
And I was comfortable there. I mean, when they finally told me I had to leave, like, I was like, can't you guys let me finish out my sentence, just flatten it out? And they said, no, we can't do that. It's not lawful for us to keep you. After 2/3 of your sentence in Canada, if you're sentenced to federal time, which is anything over 2 years, when you've served 2/3 of that time, they have to release you. It's called statutory release. And the only people that aren't eligible for that are people who are doing life sentences.
They said so the fact that you begged the jail to keep you, but they refused and threw him out banking on you to make another crime tells you about the justice system.
I fucked up deliberately just to go back.
Yeah.
I screwed up deliberately just to go back. I mean, I didn't do anything. One time I was up north. I was in a halfway house where I didn't want to be, in a town where I didn't want to be. Mm-hmm. I got drunk and I threw a rock through a fucking window of a car dealership. Went in, rifled through the office till I found some car keys. And I ran around in the parking lot of the dealership trying to figure out which key went to which car.
What?
And I got caught. The cops nailed me. And, why would a guy on parole try to break into a car dealership? I said, well, why do you think? I wasn't trying to do anything except get arrested. At best, at worst, I would have stolen a vehicle and driven it around. Run out of gas.
Just waiting to get pulled over.
Yeah.
Shit. So Eli was wondering, did you get any chance or any sense of rehabilitation throughout the 17.5 years? Or did they just...
Well, that's a very interesting question. First off, I have to tell you that, and I've really looked into this deeply. I've studied this and I've been taught about this and I've read a lot about it. Rehabilitation does not necessarily take place within the confines of a jail or a prison.
Mm-hmm.
Rehabilitation, if it's going to happen, takes place within the heart and the mind of the criminal.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm at a point now. I've been out of any kind of trouble with the law for just over 7 years now. And it's the longest stretch that I've gone. since I was 19 years old without getting arrested or being in jail.
Right now.
Yeah. This is the longest I've ever gone without being arrested or reoffending or doing something stupid. And it's because I have, with a lot of help, a lot of people, and from a lot of help from a lot of pharmaceutical medications that I take every day, like clockwork, because I need to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just put a plug out there for Prozac, whoever invented it. I love you. It's just a wonderful thing. But I've rehabilitated my thinking to the point where the furthest thing from my mind is getting in trouble with the cops. I mean, the last 6 times I went to jail, I was living here in this town, and it was all for assault charges. And every single one of them, I'm not making nothing up here, every single one of them was people picking fights with me on the street. Because there's a lot of goofs that live here. And the fucking common thing for these idiots
Hey, Trulia.
Get you all fucking heated up, get you in a fucking fight, and then call the cops on you and have you arrested. That happened to me 6 times before I shook my head and woke up and had a couple of people talk to me, take me aside, look, Adrian, what? Once you start beating up idiots on the street, where are you ever going to stop? He says, there's an endless supply of them. And this guy made some sense to me. And I said, yeah, that's a fact. But I wasn't going out looking to get in trouble. However, I wasn't at all concerned with the prospect of going to prison either. Because I know prison. I know what it's like in there. I'm like a freaking chameleon. I can be what I have to be in there, which is a little bit smart, conscious of the fucking people around you all the time. And, I ain't no fucking Superman, but I'm tough enough to handle myself.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
And so I reached out to you again. Actually, shortly after I moved in was Mark. When I came back to Canada, I reached back out to Dad. And actually, I reached out to your brother's wife, and I said, I'd like to try and contact my dad again. So the second time I reached out to Kathy, and I said, how's my dad doing? Have you heard about my dad? Whatever. And yep. And she said that you were using one of your neighbor's phones here and there when you could, and that next time you called, she would let you know that I called and give you my number. And it was probably a good month. And I was like, is this man ever going to call me? Like, what? I was waiting for Kathy to say, like, he doesn't want to, he just doesn't think it's a good idea to have, because of our last conversation. Right. And I just, yeah. And I was hoping, and then, yeah, you called me from your neighbor's phone one day. And actually Kathy texted me, I think a day or two before that call, and said, your dad took your number. He did take your phone number. So I think he might call you, get ready kind of thing.
Yeah. Right.
And then you called. And then that was that. So you have a support system now more than you did in your past, do you think? Is that what is more helpful for you to stay on the outside?
Well, getting back to the rehabilitation thing, I have rehabilitated my way of thinking to a point where, I'm almost 60 years old, and I can't be doing any more time in jail for getting into fights with idiots and stuff like that. I don't do crime anymore like I used to. I haven't done that for a long, long time, and I never will again. Not any kind of crime, nothing. There's no I don't have another 5 minutes to spend in a prison cell anywhere for any reason.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way I am today. So I rehabilitated my way of thinking, and I know that I'm out for life now. I'm not going to ever go back for anything. I mean, no way I'm going to go back for anything ever. So I've been living in this place. You were here. I've been living in this place since July 1st. I think I moved in here, and prior to that, I lived in the same apartment for over 6 years. And the only place that I've ever lived for that length of period since I was a kid at home was jail.
Wow. Yeah, really quick. Sorry to interrupt, Dad. I'm done with it. I'll lose every fucking sub before I continue letting people just be assholes in my chat. I'm done. I've been open. I don't give a shit. People say I'm a bitch anyway. I don't give a fuck. I am just blocking people. And don't come kissing my ass in 3 months from now to come back. I'm done with it. I'll go all the way back down to 1 subscriber. I don't give a shit. Well, actually, I know I at least got like 5. But I'm saying I don't care. I'm done with this. Y'all are fucking done. My channel, my platform. You didn't accidentally click my channel, and I'm done with it. All the haters watching to try and get something to expose. Hey, bitches, thank you for the view. You're helping my channel. Now, let's keep it moving. I'm done with it. We're blocking hoes left and right. I'm done with it. It's been 3 years now. Like 3 years and a week, and I'm fucking done. I'm done. I'm going to be the bitch y'all say I am now. Okay? Thank you. Okay, Dad.
Oh, really?
I'm a whole vibe. I'm a mood, Eli. Sorry. No, I'm fine. I'm tired of it. I play nice. I roll over. I beat people's doormats, and I'm done with it. I'm done with these bitches that say they're adults and come on here to be keyboard thugs when they would never talk like that in front of people, nor do their fucking family probably know what they're acting like in their behavior online, or they would be ashamed. Fuck out of here. Are you looking for relationships? They said. Looking.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah. Like, would you date again? Are you dating?
Oh.
I don't know. I got an accidental text one night from you. I was like, oh, he's got a girlfriend. Or just a girl.
That part of my life has kind of been over for about a decade now.
Why over? You don't. Do you want to date? Or do you think you won't find someone? Or what's that? What is that about?
I live in a smaller community here in Western Canada. I don't know a whole hell of a lot of people because I've tended to be. I don't know if people out there know this, but I'm bipolar to the nth degree, and I have a lot of issues, psychological issues. I'm okay. I mean, I'm safe, but I have a hard time expressing myself and dealing with things. And I tried the relationship thing a lot of times in my life. Hell, I was legally married twice, once to your mom and once to a woman I met when I got released from my longest prison stretch. And just never works out because I don't know. But that was then. I've been fortunate enough to find a doctor here where I live that really cared about me, and she's the one that diagnosed me with bipolar, and she's the one that put me on the right medications. Without it, I'd still be in a jail cell. That's the way it is. Like, I've had some pretty serious head injuries in my life. well, I was wounded very badly when I was a kid in grade 1. I was 6 years old. I fell off a swing in the schoolyard.
Mm-hmm.
I landed on the street, broke my neck and fractured my skull, and I was 6 years old.
And fun fact, y'all, I also had a serious head injury. As the scar y'all know, because you make fun of me for getting scalped. Some of my haters say I've been scalped, but no, same thing. There's like that's some of the shit that I actually love pointing out to people. My dad and I both had serious head injuries at the same age. Our first tattoos were almost the exact same tattoo. And like there's so many people think they're gonna hurt me and my dad or take him away from me or do whatever they think they're gonna do to try and hurt me. It's just not gonna work. Bipolar 1 functioning well. Eli says he's also diagnosed with bipolar. I probably have it, but I just am not diagnosed because I know I'm crazy. I tell everyone I'm crazy.
Oh, it's not crazy like this. I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about it because it sounds like I'm whining.
No.
I've been through a lot of shit in my life, and
but you own that though, Dad. That's not the same thing as whining.
About the rehabilitation thing too. One more thing I got to say about that. The 10 years that I did in prison for the 2 people that I inadvertently killed didn't do shit. I mean, it kept me out of society for 10 years. That's, I guess that was punishment, but I wake up with that every day of my life. And what you don't know, I don't think I've told you about it, but what a lot of people don't know is I've been in touch with the surviving member of that family a lot of times. And her and I have spent many, many, many hours together. She lost her mother and her sister because of me, because of my fucking behavior. And I've been in touch with her since 2000, since July of 2000 or August of 2000.
Yeah, I've known that for some time. I didn't share that with anyone. Do you still talk to her?
Sorry?
Do you still have contact with her? Don't.
Yes.
Okay.
Very rarely.
I want to talk to her.
She's because she gets notified every time I go to jail.
Yeah.
She works for the RCMP. She's a victim.
You don't have to say.
Okay. Anyways, every time I've been arrested, she gets notified, and this is her off because she's going, well, fuck. This guy wiped out my family. He doesn't give a fuck. He's still going to jail for stupid things.
What? That's Rob Zombie.
She was right, but I didn't know it was pissing her off. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to disrespect.
She was upset because she wanted you. You didn't learn when she was hoping you would, but maybe now, after she sees you've been doing well, which you have been, but
Well, her and I met quite a few times. The first time we met, I was still in jail. I was in minimum security jail, and we talked for about 2.5 hours that time. And it was intense. It was really, really intense. The last time she'd seen me was sitting in the prisoner's box in the courtroom.
He'll talk about it, Eli. I think a lot of it, like I said, he's not trying to trigger me or something. I feel like.
Or whatever it was. She hadn't physically seen me since then. So I'm in a room in the jail I was in, and there's a couple of people with me that run an agency called Community Justice Initiatives, CGI. They do a lot of really good work with people. They put where it's necessary and where it's possible, and certainly where it's safe for everyone, they put offenders together with their victims and see if they can work out their feelings. You know, like. Anyways,
like mediation, kind of like mediation, kind of.
Victim offender mediation. That's what it's called. That's what the program's called. VOMP, VOMP, Victim Offender Mediation Program. Yeah.
Dad, I'm sorry to interrupt, but somebody in chat literally just blew my mind because I'm a huge Rob Zombie fan, y'all. Like, oh my god. Okay, somebody in chat just said, "Who is Rob Zombie? Is he from The Walking Dead?" And my mind right now is fucking blown. Like, that actually hurt my feelings for Rob Zombie, not gonna lie. Someone said that I'm engaged to Rob Zombie. Like that hurts my feelings.
Rob Zombie's a prairie boy look like.
Rob Zombie's a prairie boy look like. Yes.
Hi, Mark.
Hello.
How you doing?
Doing all right. How about you?
I'm doing fine. Trying to get used to this YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
Some of it pisses me off, but to be honest, I find it quite interesting to be able to communicate with you guys like this.
So Eli says he would really like to see you come out of your shell when talking about your mental health, because, and probably most people in here, but the 5 haters will that are watching will tell you, who also have mental health issues, by the way. Hello. You think, like you said, you feel like you're whining about it. And I said, you own your shit. Like, you're very honest. We just had to end alive, you know? So you're very honest and you own your shit. And I think that's where the difference is. And it's not whining to talk about your mental health. As you said, you want to be an open book like you have been, because you want to help others, right?
Oh, yeah, if it helps others, I'll talk about it.
And I don't want you to worry about my feelings, though.
Okay. Well, cool.
I want you to talk however you want to talk without worrying about how do I feel. Because if I feel some way, I will talk to you privately about it. If I have something I want to talk to you about or something's bothering me, I will come to you privately and tell you, hey, Dad, tell me about this, or why that, or whatever. But I'm not here to silence your voice, or I would have deleted the one live when you admitted shit, you know, because I knew haters were going to take that. But I don't want to silence you. And if you're going to help people, you need to put it all out there, including your mental health, because there's going to be other young men that leave a prison and think, okay, I am diagnosed with, like you said, bipolar or any kind of mental health issues. They're going to want to know, oh, okay, Adrian got through this, well then so can I.
Okay, that sounds cool. Yeah, I don't mind talking about it at all if it's a chance of helping others. I didn't know what the hell was wrong with me for a long, long time. I knew something was wrong. I was different than my friends. I was always the crazy one, the wild one that did pretty much anything.
Me too.
And, yeah, well, there you go. It's our British blood, girl. But,
I'm British. I knew it all along.
My psychological condition is largely due to my childhood. That's where it started.
Mm-hmm.
Any psychiatrist or psychologist that are worth their salt will tell you that by the time a child is 7 or 8 years old, we've already learned most of what we need to know to be social human beings. You know how to talk to each other, how to respond to each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we learned that by the time we're 7 or 8 years old.
Which, by the way, hi Gator Girl, hey boo. Which, by the way, really quick, since you say that, that is another reason. That's exactly why the establishment, as I call it, Children's Protective Services, no matter where you are, when a child is above the age of 5, you are considered damaged goods. I'm not just saying that. That's literally what I got to hear growing up in the system. Well, she's 5. Well, her sister is 1.5. She's not going to have the memory. Like, I've heard these conversations, y'all. Adults think they're sneaky and the kids around can't hear because they go off to another room. They don't know that people like me are on the other side of the wall fucking listening. What are they saying about me? What's wrong with Cher now? What are they saying about me? Yeah, when you're over 5, which I was, when I was 100% thrown into the system, and my sister was a baby, everyone wanted her, but they didn't want me. In fact, they separated us quite a bit. And my sister would have been adopted out. I kept throwing fits. I must have been in 100 homes because I on purpose misbehaved, because I knew when I misbehaved, they put me back with my sister. And when I was with my sister, I behaved better. So they knew, okay, it was in my records. Like, okay, she's got to be with her. Like, a home has to take both of these two together at this point, or there's no hope for Cher. Mm-hmm.
You know, I gotta say something about that. I wasn't part to your suffering that you went through the agencies and homes that you were in and stuff like that. I wasn't there, and I apologize that I couldn't be there when you needed me most. But you know, it made you who you are, right? I'm sorry that you had to go through so much crap like that. I just, your strength, and your courage, it makes me proud, girl. Makes me proud too.
Thanks, Dad.
But, you know, my psychological condition is based on a lot of stuff that happened when I was a kid. My parents were alcoholics, but they were more than just alcoholics. My dad was in World War II when he was fucking, I don't know, 16 or 17 years old, something like that, and he fought in tank battles against the Nazis. You know, he was part of the crew of the 8th Armored British Army that stopped General Rommel in North Africa. My dad was there. No shit, your grandpa was there.
Dang.
You met that when you were just a little child. But anyways, my mom went through the war too. My dad was in the army, and my mom was in something called the Land Army.
Good night, Shelly. Yeah, I'm listening. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, they made stuff. They made uniforms and stuff for the soldiers and whatnot. And
oh wow.
So they both went through World War II. They both went through World War II, and that's why they were screwed up, and that's why they drank.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we never went without a meal ever. My dad was a bricklayer, a really, really, really great bricklayer. Best bricklayer I've ever seen. I'm not just saying that because he was my dad. I've seen lots and lots of bricklayers because that's what I did most of my life. But my dad was something else. He was an artist. And he kept the family of 4 kids and the wife, my mother. And, you know, we weren't rich, but we weren't poor. We were middle class, you know, about average middle class, I guess. We lived in our own home and nice neighborhood, went to good schools and stuff like that. But the shit that went on at home was crazy. I mean, they get so drunk they be fucking punching each other out. Not me when I was a kid. And this was happening a lot. Happened a lot. Happened late at night. And it scared the hell out of me when I was a little kid. I used to hide under my bed.
See what I mean, y'all, about trauma and people making life mistakes? Like, let's say Leilani or Taylor Conley, or, you know, the trauma matters in these crimes, in my opinion.
No, I want to be real clear about something. Anything I did after I was 14 years old is my responsibility. I was my own man by that time. I'd moved out of the house. My dad kicked me out of the house. I was working for a living, and I was also
Dad.
doing a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Okay, I think you are a little bit too harsh on yourself. 14. You just told me that at the age 14, you are your own man. Your actions are on your own. The trauma didn't matter. And I'm sorry, but I disagree with that.
No, I didn't say it didn't matter.
Okay.
I didn't understand what it was at that time of my life, because the way I dealt with all that fear that I grew up with at home,
Mm-hmm.
the way I dealt with that is I turned it into anger.
Yeah.
And I turned it into addiction. I started smoking pot when I was fucking 12 years old.
Mm.
I started drinking heavy when I was 13.
Mm.
You know, I dropped out of school when I was 14. I started work the same day. And I became, my own man. I didn't do so well. Look at everything that happened.
You were 14. 14.
I didn't know what was wrong with me back then. I didn't know what bipolar was. I still don't 100% understand what bipolar really means, even though I'm fucking diagnosed with it and I'm medicated for it. But what the problem was with me basically was the manic side of my depression. That and it was a result of me trying to cover up my fear with anger. I mean, I'd watch my parents beat the hell out of each other at night, and then the next morning I'm supposed to go to school, elementary school, with the other kids in my class, and just behave like all of them, like, you know, and would study math and science and fucking English and social studies and all this crap, and all I can think about is what I was watching all night and what I'm probably going to watch when I go home tonight. You know, I got into a lot of trouble in school when I was a little kid. I mean, a lot of trouble. I used to beat the hell out of kids. I even punched my teacher in the face in grade 7. I had this first male teacher that I had, and I punched him right in the head, right in front of the whole class. I didn't hurt him. I was just a little kid. So I pissed him off. They kicked me out of school for a week. Or a couple, I remember. And, but, you know,
Dad, one second, sorry. Someone became a member. Shelly Lynn, welcome to the Crazy Train. Choo choo. Thank you so much for becoming a member. We appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, wait.
I gotta get a glass of water.
You got to go glass water. Okay. Eli says that that's something y'all can talk about. He wants to talk to you because the mental health stuff. Also, I know Mark has a lot of questions for you. At some point.
At some point, I'd like to do a full, nothing held back documentary about your entire life. So, yeah, your childhood, your life leaving school, working, how things developed up into every single crime, and all the details of all that. It won't be easy, but I think it's a story that should be told. Yeah, all of it.
You mean?
Wait, say that again, Dad?
maybe you can help me because I'm trying to write a book about it all.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I will.
I want to write a book that's directed at helping, especially young offenders.
Well, telling your story like that, honestly, I hate to say it, but nowadays, books isn't really where it's at, Dad. But you do, you know,
How do I
what you're doing.
get the
Podcasting, documentaries, videos, talking. I'm just being honest. I'm sorry. Maybe there's a few bookworms, but today in 2022, almost 2023. So, well, some people said they'd buy that book, but you know what I mean? Well, it can go along with the book. You can still do it. I'm not trying to, okay. I'm just saying. More so today, we are in the podcast land type of world.
I want to write it in a book because I want.
We can do, but yeah, do a book too. Yeah. And this will help you get it, yeah, organized.
I want young offenders who are sitting in jails.
Yes. Okay. I misunderstood. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd be very willing to sit down with you, Mark, and talk about any of this and all of this whenever you're into it.
Mm.
Yeah.
1 second, Dad. Give me 1 minute.
Yep.
Because I want to pull something up. I just want to remind the haters something that they can never take from me. I'm just going to play the video of the day we met for the first time since I was like 5 or 6 years old. So 1 second. Here it is. It's a little sideways for a minute, but hold on. You got your tablet in front of you, Dad?
Yeah.
All right. Please don't turn the volume up, but just watch. All right. You'll see it in a minute.
he'd be waiting outside for us.
Oh yeah, there I am.
Been a while. How are you, kid?
That guy.
First hug since I was a little girl, 5 years old, right there. And I'm like trying not to cry because I know we're recording.
Holy
Just
cow.
waiting for me to grab the phone.
I'm waiting. I'm like, take the phone, Mark.
Hi.
Thank you. I just want to hug my dad.
Hands or something?
Yeah.
That was about the most special day that I can remember in my life,
We're recording. It's not
other
live.
than the day you were born.
That was a great day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said he's gonna be
Except for
standing
the
outside.
Chevy parked there. That's
Smells
kind of
good.
That tattoo right there on his arm. Is that your only tattoo, Dad? His only tattoo, his first tattoo, and my very first tattoo was almost exactly that tattoo on my back.
Oh.
This is me. This is you.
Doesn't surprise me you got a cat tattoo. Come from a family of cat lovers, that's for sure.
Good to meet you, man. Thank you. Thank you for bringing her so soon.
Nah.
Long time ago, some people took her away from you.
My dad would sometimes be driving around town where we lived, small town.
God bless you, man.
If he saw a cat in someone's front yard, he'd pull over and get out and try to pet it.
Woohoo!
A lot of times he did. He knew how to communicate with
33
cats really well. That's where I learned my love for cats is from him. And my mom. It's part of the British culture to love cats.
I like it all though. There's a
Crazy cat lady.
crazy cat lady.
Your hair's almost the
We're
same
gonna end
as
this.
it is now.
Well, no, it's in a ponytail. That's helmet head for like 2 days of helmet head.
Your hair was
You see that though, you guys? You see that? When do you see me smile like that except for the day I met Mr. Sheriff? I said, Dad, I think it's on camera on one of the
told
videos.
y'all
I
he'd be
said,
waiting
he's gonna be
outside
standing
for us.
outside.
Yeah, because
Been
we
a
were
while.
driving back
And-
and
How are you,
forth. We
kid?
couldn't figure out what
Yeah.
the street address
We
was.
couldn't find you for a minute,
Mark,
and then
I
I
got
was like,
one.
you know
I
what?
might
We're
not
gonna
be
see him.
able
He's
to
gonna be
go.
standing outside. Because if it was me, I'd be standing outside. And sure as shit,
Holy cow.
he was standing
Oh,
outside.
I
Yeah,
saw him, like, oh,
Wow.
here we go.
Hi.
I'm playing it again because I love it so much,
Helmet head.
and because it's something.
When I saw you guys 2 days later when you were leaving,
Yeah.
was
recording it's
standing
not live.
outside
It's just
too. I
recording.
watched you ride down the street.
I know.
That was a tough one for me, watching you right away.
Smells good.
I bet.
That was a real tough one for me. Boy, oh boy.
It's a see you later. Not goodbye. It's a see you later, pops.
I know.
That's my hubby.
I know that.
Hmm I redid my purple hair just
Good
to
to
come
meet
and
you,
see
man.
you.
Thank you.
See how purple it was.
I see you chopped your hair off.
I did. What do you think?
Looks very cute.
Cute. Okay. Do I look like a Karen? I got the Karen cut and I didn't even realize I got the Karen cut till I got home. I was like, and I cried to Mark. I said, I got the Karen haircut.
Woohoo!
Just fucking call me Karen.
33 years.
That right there,
No
y'all. You
kidding.
can't take that from me.
That's
Ever.
that's a few weeks, eh?
Ever.
Criticize me because I didn't have the phone rotate on.
Whatever. We can fix that. My thunder thighs right there. 'Cause I had to wear army getup to go and meet my dad. Ah, that was awesome. I don't look like a Karen. Okay, thank you. Let me talk to your manager. Okay, I've had enough here. Oh yeah, my kids can't wait either. No, it got pushed out 2 weeks, but they will still be here in December, y'all. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyways, yeah, it got pushed out 2 weeks because you have to have your second vaccine dose for 14 days before you're considered fully vaxxed. So, thanks, COVID. Thanks, America. Yeah, it's actually America. They said, "Are you Canadian citizens?" Well, yeah, we are. Okay, well, you have to be fully vaccinated. What the fuck? How does Canada drop everything? America, you can come here. You don't got to be vaccinated. You don't got to quarantine. You don't got nothing. All COVID restrictions ended October 1st. If you're a Canadian citizen going to visit America, you have to be fully vaccinated. What the freak?
Well, you know what? They like to.
I should take all the vaccines all at once. Let's not and say we did.
They always like to remind us Canadians that is a very, very strictly enforced border between them and us. And I understand it. I understand it. You know, I understood what Donald Trump was trying to do, building that wall. I think he went about it in a silly way because he was an idiot. But I understand the need for protection on your borders, especially the one from Mexico to the United States. I mean, I had no idea what it was like down there. I've watched documentaries about it, and apparently there's like thousands of people a day come over the border illegally to work and to do all kinds of shit, commit crimes and prostitute themselves, all sorts of stuff. And, you know, they can't stop it because they don't have enough border guards. There could never be enough border guards. That's why you wanted to build that wall. But the thing between the States and Canada is they like to remind us, too, that that's a very strictly enforced border. I mean, here's the thing about the legalization of marijuana. It was legalized first in Washington State, and then Canada legalized it.
Yeah, me too, Unique.
In the town where you were born, where I grew up, there's a border between Washington State and British Columbia. And marijuana is now legal in British Columbia and in Washington State. If you try to cross the border with it, they'll fucking hang you up and beat your seat with a fucking cricket bat until you squeal like a pig.
Oh, shit. Wait, what? Lance is your friend?
No. I was just having fun in the chat. He said, "Mark, what are you on?" I said, "I'm on a chair, Lance."
Oh.
Have you ever seen the movie Midnight Express?
I don't think so.
Okay, watch that movie. Then you'll understand what I'm talking about. The getting your feet beat with a cricket bat.
Okay. I don't even know what a cricket bat looks like. Plot twist about Lance. No, that ain't really his friend. I was about to say that ain't no fucking friend. What the fuck? But then I questioned it for a second because his friends are fucked up and I love them a little, but well, I like Anonymous Biker. I love them, but they wouldn't say shit like that. The one would, but whatever.
He goes way over the top, so
Yeah.
it's just funny.
Billy. No, I'm just kidding. No, he's okay now. I saw he liked our engagement, so I'll give him a pass because it's your buddy. American Express or Midnight Express? American Express. It's horrible.
So,
Hmm.
I like that drama.
Unique Trauma Obsessed. That's
Some of
my,
you folks have some really cool handles. Unique Trauma Obsessed. I like that. That's a good name.
yeah. Cotton Candy Boobs.
Cotton Candy Boobs, yeah.
Oh.
I don't know very many of them.
How about Yanni Survivor Stories?
Not sure if I've seen that one.
Oh, she's always there. Wandering Hearts.
So, let me think what I saw.
Oh, guess what?
Yeah.
Dad.
I don't have very good memory recall.
Hey, Dad. Guess what?
What?
I want to read you this very important comment from a hater who's going by Brian, but that's probably not his name or her name. They say, hey, Papa Cher, Mark and Cher just want to make money off of you. So write your book and tell Mark nothing.
Well, to be fair, he said Mark and Cher want to make Mooey.
Yeah, he said Mooey. We want to make Mooey off of you, Dad.
Okay, haters,
We
if
won't-
you're gonna say
Hold on,
something
wait.
right or
Yeah.
whatever, just give it a once over before you click send.
Dad,
Hey,
what do you
Yeah.
think? What do you think about that?
I'm going to tell you straight right now. If you guys can make anything out of my story, please do it. You have my full permission and participation and whatever I can do.
And right back at you for your book.
Yeah, exactly. Because it would just put a little money in our pockets to travel back and forth and see one another more. Booyah! Boom! Fucking boom! Okay. No, there's not much money. I made a whole $700 last month off of YouTube, so hey. What the fuck is Mooey? I don't know, but we're gonna make it off my dad. We're gonna make Mooey off my dad.
Mooey sounds like
Mooey.
tasty. I think if someone gave me a bowl of Mooey, I'd try it.
Dad! Oh my god, Dad. We could make lots of Mooey and get you a food truck because you are a kick-ass chef. We should make lots of Mooey off your book and get you a food truck. Yes. Oh my god, that's what we gotta do. Papa Cher needs a food truck because let me tell you, Mr. Cher doesn't even really like garlic and cheese and shit, but he loved my dad's chicken Caesar salad.
I did.
And I want that again. How well does that send in the mail? Just kidding.
Hey?
How well do you think Caesar salad chips in the mail?
Not well.
What doesn't he make? He likes to make. Okay, hold on. I think he likes. Okay, Dad, what do you like to cook?
I know like a lot of ways to cook chicken.
I was gonna say chicken, but I wanted to hear it from you first.
I do it all. Anything you can do with chicken, I've done. I think.
Did you do chicken muffins?
Hey?
Did you do chicken muffins?
Chicken muffins.
Yeah, there was a guy on our ship when I was in the military. We all thought it was a joke until he made chicken muffins. They were
Wow.
horrible.
They're
They were
horrible.
muffins with just regular buns with bits of chicken stuck in them.
Oh yeah.
It was weird.
Eli says, I made a whopping $270 off last 2 months on YouTube revenue. And man, oh man, it has changed me. Hey, don't you become big time on us now, Eli. Don't you do it. Don't you forget us little guys, okay? Dr. Phil, I was literally thinking that chicken burgers, chicken salad, chicken shakes, chicken muffins. I could do anything with chicken.
I think I invented chicken pizza.
Oh, no, I love chicken pizza. Chicken and pineapple is my jam.
I'm pretty sure
I was
my mom
working
doesn't have it or pizza.
Working in a bar in Calgary. They had 2 pizza ovens. I was making pizzas left and right, and I thought, well, hey, how about chicken pizza? Because no one was doing that. So yeah, I had chicken and pineapple and.
Oh, I knew I got pineapple on pizza
Swiss
from someone.
Ew, really freaking good. People loved it.
You know what else is good? Chicken, pineapple, and jalapeno. Oh,
Yeah.
ooh, it's like sweet and spicy. Yum. They said, damn it, now I gotta eat something. Mark just went in the kitchen.
Hey?
Mark just went in the kitchen looking for food now. You made everyone hungry. Hey, Chubbs, get down here.
I just remembered I'm cleaning my oven.
You're cleaning your oven?
I'm waiting for it to clean. I hit it with this stuff called Fantastic.
Yeah. Dad, you can't put Fantastic in the oven
Why not?
because you gotta use Easy Off. Fantastic is chemicals. Did you turn the oven on? That shit could blow up.
Don't worry, I'm going to clean it out 100%.
Yeah.
It's not a real oven. It's like a really big toaster oven. It's an air fryer.
Okay.
So it's all sealed inside except for where the fan is. But, I only sprayed the top of it to
Such a bachelor. Yeah, I ain't never heard of using Fantastic in the oven. That worries me a little, but hey, have you done it before? Oh, that's crazy, Eli. You'll do so good though. You'll do good. Speak of your memories. They
Yeah.
asked you to speak for a reason. Yeah?
Have you ever heard of stuff called Easy Off?
Yeah, that's for an oven.
Yeah. Well, that's a hell of a lot more toxic than this stuff.
Is it?
You could drink a glass of Fantastic.
No, he's lying, you guys.
I wouldn't recommend it, but
No, we can't do that. Okay, now you're talking like Trump. Okay, that's not a way to cure COVID, y'all. We don't drink Fantastic. We don't drink bleach. He's not, Ace.
that stuff called Easy Off.
It's hard for my dad to find a job with his past. Dang, Dad. How about just like hot water and Dawn dish soap or something? Hot water and Dawn dish soap.
Hot water and dish soap?
Yeah, Dawn.
Oh, yeah. What about Sunlight? That's what I use.
Use what?
Sunlight.
Sunlight?
Sunlight, yeah. Lemon Fresh dishwashing liquid. Smells like lemon. Crap. It's good for doing dishes, though. I like the studsiness of it.
Yeah. You get excited with your temper?
What's that?
Oh, you can't throw aluminum in the... No, you can't put aluminum in the microwave. Y'all. Dad, I'm going to tell you a story about Katrina. So once we were kids in a foster home, and I don't know why I tormented her. We dared her to go. There was like 7 girls and 3 boys in this home. And anyways, we were all foster kids. There was a joke that we were Noah's Ark because we came in twos. Like they took kids in by twos. They had two of their own natural children, and then they adopted brothers and sisters in twos. So the whole scene was Noah's Ark. But anyway, one day we told Katrina to go in the baby swing, and she was way too big for the baby swing. And I don't know, I'm a kid. I'm fucking mental, right? And so she goes in the baby swing, and she got stuck in the baby swing. And I could not stop laughing, but I got afraid of getting in trouble because we actually had to call, like, it ended up the fire department had to come and cut her out of the swing, and then the foster family actually had to pay for the city of Maplewood, Minnesota, to put up a new baby swing. So we got in all kinds of shit for that. But yeah, she had to get. I actually got afraid of getting in trouble, so I ran back to the house and left her in the baby swing. I was like, I'm gonna go get some butter. Hold on, and then I didn't go back. And then everyone was like, "Where's Katrina?" And we're like, "She's at the park." And yeah, so. Anyways, I don't know why that's funny. People will probably drag me for that later, but that shit was hilarious. And yeah, she had to get her big butt cut out of a baby swing when she was like, I don't know, like 10 maybe. No, she was like, I was 15. So she was like, yeah, she was like 11.
Yeah.
And I was super mad at her too. I was mad at her, right? But anyway, that shit, yeah, that shit makes me laugh when I think about it. I'm like, I don't want to get in trouble. I'm just going to run back to the house and be left her in that baby swing. Y'all, if you understood, my sister's a cunt. But anyway. Oh, some people are laughing. They're just as mental as I am. There we go. They said, oops. Sleeping has not been easy the past 5 nights. Only had one night where I slept perfectly. You know what? You got to talk to your doctor or go on NyQuil. But I would talk to your doctor because sleep, I could never sleep until I didn't until my youngest son is 10. So I actually could not sleep. Most of my life couldn't sleep. I was afraid to sleep. If I close my eyes, I go to sleep. I am vulnerable. Anything could happen to me. So sleeping wasn't, I couldn't let myself sleep. Okay. But then it fucks with you. It makes you very, very sick. It makes you even more mental. So yeah, I started talking to my doctor. They tried to put me on trazodone, but that shit made me really crazy. But I'm on sleeping medication now, or I can't. There's no, like, I'll get like 3 hours of sleep at night. And Mark is the same way. He doesn't sleep well either with his MS and stuff, and always being in pain from that and stuff. So yeah, no more meds. Well, yeah, I don't know. The only thing I can tell you is then before bed, like, don't social media, like, actually pick a bedtime for yourself. Like, for me, I can't stay in the bedroom. Like, some people stay in their bedroom while I'm home. So you can't, like, you don't want to hang out in your room all day because that's where you sleep, right? So you want to make sure you're not in your room. And you also, the TV doesn't help, but it's like a mind over matter thing, really. But for me, I don't get sleep without taking either NyQuil or my prescription sleeping medication. But that's because I was kind of raised to not, you don't close your eyes. Like I said, when you're sleeping, you're at your most vulnerable state. So sleeping just never was my thing. But for the past about 2 years now, I can sleep. But again, that's why y'all see, like, I go to bed. I'm not live streaming for 12 hours. And when I do, usually I don't take my sleeping medication. And then I've done maybe 5 or 6 in 3 years of streams that go into the nighttime. No, this bitch has to get rest, or you think I'm crazy now? It's all done for if I don't sleep. Yeah, it's hard to let go of YouTube for an hour. So, yeah, it is.
That's a problem all my life, too.
Yeah. Do you have trouble sleeping now?
No, I'm medicated now. I
Yeah.
can sleep for 12 hours. I usually sleep for 10 hours. I can sleep for 12 or more.
Hmm.
And I go to sleep about 45 minutes to an hour after I take my meds. So, like, if I want to stay up late and watch movies, like I'm going to do tonight, then I won't take my meds till like 1 o'clock in the morning. But stay up and watch the movies.
What are you gonna watch?
Horror movies. I like watching horror movies.
Me too.
Huh?
My
Have
ex.
you seen a movie called The Exorcist 3?
Duh. All of them.
All of them?
There's yeah. I don't think. I mean, even low budget horror films. You name it. That's my jam. That's me and my kids' jam. Cassidy and Courtney when they were 7 and 5 was the first time they were introduced to Chucky. It was by an accident. They got some, I think I had a little like DVD portable player thing, and I had Chucky in there. And I didn't even know that they seen it, but they had gone to their dads and said, "We watched Chucky's at Mom's." He actually tried to use that in court like years later when the kid, he was like, "She allowed them to watch Chucky when they were kids. What the heck?" Okay. Cassidy and Courtney became obsessed. It didn't scare them. They loved Chucky to the point where, like, the following year, Cassidy begged me to be the bride of Chucky. And she made me, yeah, so she dressed up as the bride of Chucky. Even like a couple years ago, she dressed up as Chucky. And then she would not sleep. One year for Christmas, I felt like crazy. So I went to Spencer's Gift and I bought a life-size Bride of Chucky doll for her Christmas present. She would not go to bed without her Chucky doll. She had to have her Chucky doll to go to sleep at night. It was wild. And I just know, and people, I'm like checking out, and they're like, "Oh, I think I got the last one." We were talking about it. And I'm like, "Yeah, this is for my 7-year-old daughter." And I was just expecting to be judged. And they were like, "Hey, that's cool. My kids love Chucky too." But yeah, for like a year. And one of my exes stole the Bride of Chucky doll from her. And I think she has been sad about that ever since. That actually just gave me a really good her 21st birthday's next year. I think I'm going to get her a life-size Chucky and Bride of Chucky doll. Yes. Fuck yes. Yeah, we love horror movies.
Yeah, I like all the Halloween movies.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
I can't watch.
The Hills Have
Freddy.
Eyes.
Oh my God, The Hills Has Eyes is one of the creepiest movies. That's so. You read that shit in the like. There's actually that shit creeps me out. That's a fear of mine, is getting lost in a town like that. Or Texas Chainsaw. I remember the first time I ever seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and if it wasn't you, it was one of Mom's hoe-ass male friends. But I remember watching it, and it was the original version. I remember it was with Mom, and I remember being looking. I wasn't even supposed to be awake, but I remember that movie was playing. I remember dude hopping up on the hood of the car, and the girls in the car being like, "Ah!" And I was all like, "Oh shit!" And then I was afraid to be in a car at nighttime for the longest time. But Freddy, I still to this day can't really watch Freddy. I did years of therapy. I had reoccurring dreams of Freddy. Actually, no, he would. A little bit. I think I just told Mark about this the other day, but a little bit of Voices Behind the Wall name. He used to, in my dreams, I would be laying in bed and I would be sleeping, and then I'd wake up because his claw hand would be, this is not like my dream, right? Reoccurring dream happened for years. I was in therapy for a good like years at this one house because of Freddy Krueger. But yeah, and in my dream I would wake up to hearing him whispering on the other side of the wall or running his nail along the wall and waking me up. And that's when I was told, my therapist told me, you wake up You wake up, Sherry. You wake up. You don't. If you don't like, you're okay. You wake up, and that's when I was told, which I don't even know if it's true, but that therapist told me if you wake, like when you wake up, if you die in your dream, you really die. Okay, my therapist wasn't good now I think about it, but that's the first time I was told, like, if you wake up, you're good, like you're fine. Relax yourself, calm down. But I remember that same therapist telling me if you die in your dream, you really die. So I don't know.
That's another thing that we have in common, kid. I had reoccurring nightmares when I was a child of the old Popeye cartoons. There used to be, for anyone that's my age, 55 to 65, will remember the Popeye cartoons. They had this evil witch called the Sea Hag that used to terrorize Popeye, and I used to have reoccurring nightmares that she was under my bed. I'd get up off of my bed and I had it figured out so I could actually spring from a laying down position. I could spring from my bed and almost land at the door, fucking run upstairs screaming from mom and dad's bed. That was terrifying. That was not a great song. The bedroom.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, the Sea Hag.
Okay, hold on.
Boy.
Oh. Well,
Nightmares about a cartoon. Can you imagine?
well, we can't take it. I used to also have a reoccurring dream. This is really fucked up. So you know mom's name, Luicha?
Yeah.
Well, I used to get bullied when people found out mom's name was Luicha. They would chase me around. They called me a witch, right? I have a big nose, so they would call me witch, and that would piss me off. And then when they find out mom's name was Luicha, they would follow me. They'd chase me around and be like, "There she goes, the witch! Ha!" And it was terrible. But yeah. And I would have recurring nightmares that mom, Luicha, and grandma was trying to kill me. And I would have this dream that there's this empty room and a person playing the piano, and mom, who in my dream I would call Luicha, and grandma was looking for me to kill me. And I would try to hide behind the person playing the piano. I was trying to hide behind the piano, but it was so thin a space that I was like breaking my bones and shit. Yeah. Oh, every night. That was another part of therapy. They took the black crayon away from me at one point. They said you can't use the color black no more. And I was like, oh shit. But yeah, and then it would go from that to me going through a door, like running out from behind the piano after mom would pop her head behind the piano and go, ah! And it would freak me out. And somehow there was a door, and then I'd be just lost in a hallway full of just other doors in this dark, and I couldn't get out of that hallway. I was just walking the doors, and I was afraid that mom and grandma were behind me to kill me. And the whole time it was just like, Luicha, Luicha. Yeah, her name is just scary. They'd be like, that's me. They'd be like, Luicha. That's fucked up. That's a fucked up name to even have. Just saying.
Luicha?
Yeah.
Well, your grandfather's name, that's fucking, God. Your grandmother's husband, his name was Louis Barnes.
Was that the Indian? Was he Indian?
He was half Indian, yeah.
Yeah.
But he was just a fucking drunk.
Wait.
I mean,
So, Dad, I'm part Indian, right? Grandma used to say Cherokee. Is that right?
well, I don't know.
So I'm British.
When I met your mother, she was in a fucking
Thor.
hospital, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't meet her parents until, I don't know, maybe a year later.
Huh.
And oh god, I don't know if the old man that I met was your grandfather. It might have been just the guy she was shacked up with at that particular time.
Yeah.
So I can't say yes or no about you being native. Your mother had no traits of native. Neither did your aunt Laura or.
No, they're white, but grandma was dark, and I have a natural tan skin. I have olive complexion, and I never knew where I got that from. And
I don't know what your mother.
I gotta do a DNA test because
I'm not sure what kind of bitch was from.
well, we gotta do a DNA test. Can we do? You've already got your DNA on file, right? So it's like we can do a DNA test.
What?
We got to do one of those DNA tests that tells us what we are.
I already know what I am.
Well, what are you?
Canadian.
British.
British and
Nothing. Just British, straight British. My grandparents were British, and as far as I know, my great grandparents. So I've never heard anything about my great grandparents, but I never met my grandparents either. My grandparents were dead long before I was born.
I literally told everyone I was British. I knew I was British all my life. I knew it. Dad, what do you think about Meghan Markle? Weird question.
What do I think about her?
Yeah.
I don't really think about her much.
Well, you like the Queen and shit.
I respect Harry for what. First of all, I am a royalist. I love the Queen, and I'm still sad that she died. But I know that she had to die. I love the royal family, but the ones that are idiots, I don't care for. I don't like our new king. I say our.
Thank you, or the Queen consort, who's a whore and a family, a homewrecker.
I'm not crazy about her either, but I don't like Charles, and I certainly don't like what's his name, Prince Andrew, because he's a fucking idiot. He's screwing around with teenage girls or something. I heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
Oh, it's true. He was staying at Epstein's house. That shit is true.
How do you know unless you were there? I mean, anybody.
Dad. Okay, I'll let you have that, but that no. Pete. Woo!
I'm going with the flow on that one. I think you guys are piece of shit.
Yeah.
But and I don't like Charles, but I love Her Majesty. Her, you know, Queen Elizabeth's mother, the Queen Mom.
Yeah.
She actually shook hands with my mother in London during World War II.
Oh shoot!
In a factory where my mom worked making uniforms for soldiers.
Whoa!
Yeah, she came through the factory where these women were all working. It was called the British Land Army.
Yeah.
So all the wives of the men who were off fighting in the war, the stuff they had a big factory in London, and they made uniforms and all kinds of stuff for the soldiers. Yeah, a Queen Mum came through there one time and shook hands with some of the people, and one of the people that she shook hands with was my mother, your grandmother.
Oh wow! I used to want to marry Prince William, but then when I got older and saw that he was the ugly one, I changed my mind to the ginger. Prince Harry, the naughty one.
I respect Will and Harry. I got respect for both of them. I understand why Harry wanted to get away from it all, because his chance of ever becoming king is dependent on whether or not his brother passes away. But not only that, you know, he saw his mother die as a result of the press that bad press that she was getting from all over the fucking place.
Yeah. Or do you think that was a staged event to help the establishment?
I think it was a staged event, but
Mhm.
I also know that the paparazzi or whatever the hell you want to call it, they were really hounding those people, and they always hound people that are famous. They still do, you know. But no, I think that Diana was murdered.
Me too. There's a conspiracy show for us to talk about.
I don't believe for one second that Queen Elizabeth had anything to do about it with it or any knowledge of it whatsoever.
I actually
I
don't think
Lorraine-
Harry is Charles's child, but I think that's why they easily throw him to the side. I think they knew that. I think it was about to come out, and that's why Diana had to die because it was very bad back then. Yeah. Anyway, I don't think Harry is. I think Harry is
No.
someone else's kid.
I don't know, they look at
Have you seen the person they compare who Diana was seeing, like and sleeping with? Have you seen him compared to Prince Harry? They're identical. There's no way that's not his kid. Hold on.
I don't know.
Let me see. Do you still have your tablet on?
Yep.
Let me see.
Piss me off with it, Diana.
I know, me too, but that's kind of when and actually, the night she died, I was sleeping, and I actually remember going to my foster family. I actually dreamt that the queen died. I said,
yeah?
the queen's gonna die. I dreamt it. The queen's gonna die. And it was like the next day or something. It was all over the radio that Princess Diana died. Prince. Did I spell Prince? Yes. Look at that first thing that comes up. Hold on. Like there's no way that's not his dad. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up, Dad.
Okay.
Let me share my screen. Give me a second.
Uh-huh.
Okay, there we go. Y'all, you cannot convince me that's not his daddy. That is that man's father. This is not his father. Like,
I don't know. I don't see the same facial features there at all.
wait, what? Dad,
No, I don't.
what? Even the freaking hairline is the same.
Well, the hair doesn't mean shit.
The hair. Dad, look at them people.
Look at their faces straight on. Look at the face, how far apart the eyes are.
All right, let's go with genetics. This man is not a ginger, and Diana was not a ginger. This man is a ginger. He is the only ginger other than his kids in the royal family. Am I crazy?
No. Charles was a ginger.
Charles, King Charles now? He was a ginger? Did he dye his hair? Or is he a dark ginger?
He's an old man now.
No, I know.
He's young.
Dad, I disagree. Them two look the same. That is that man's puppy.
Put up a picture of
Look at that.
William and Harry together.
Yeah, they look different. William and Harry. Wait, William like his brother?
Yeah.
Okay. He looks like Diana's brother. Where am I going? Hold on. All right, who am I
I
pulling
think
up?
you look at Nestle.
Prince Harry and well, yeah, because they're actually brother. This dude.
Well, you know what? There's a lot of history with the
Yes.
British royal that isn't really cool, but I mean, there's been suggestion of a lot of inbreeding and stuff like that.
Oh. Ew, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true. Again, anybody can say anything they want about anybody, right?
Come
That dude-
on, that's that dude's man. That's his dad right there. You can't convince me. Dad, look at that. Can you see that picture? Yeah, do they really not look alike? Come on, put some scruff on that dude right there. That's Prince Harry. Oh man.
The eyes are completely different.
Are they?
They're further apart.
Prince Harry's eyes are very close, aren't they? We should
Chin is
dissect
different.
this one day.
Harry's chin is a little more pointed than this other guy. Quite a bit more pointed, actually. Oh, there she is.
Who?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that both of those kids were Prince Charles's kids, but I don't know. I mean,
Perhaps.
Who knows?
We'll never know unless Harry takes a
No.
DNA test with that man.
But, you know, who really shot Kennedy? We're never going to know that either.
No,
Not
I
even
think we
one
know
of them.
that. I think we know who
Eh?
shot. I think we know who shot him. We just can't say.
Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah did it. It's always Oprah.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's a show off? What are you talking about? Harry's kids are so cute. Yeah, they are. We need Mary Popovich. Oh, Mari, yeah.
Yeah.
Diana's brother, Charles Spencer. Well, I didn't know that Charles actually dated Diana's sister and then married her, Diana.
Yeah, well, when you're in the royal family, you only have certain selection of who you can marry and who you cannot. As you've seen, as the world has seen with Harry and Meghan, I mean, a lot of people in this world are still racist fucking assholes who want to focus on the fact that she's not all white. Who gives a shit? She's a beautiful woman. They're in love.
Dad, no. I think she's a narcissist abuser taking advantage of Harry for fame. My opinion only. And I think that she saw where she could actually, she single-handedly made the tiff in the royal family. I'm sorry. I think she's very much like Amber Heard. And I think that they are going to break up. And I think Harry will tell his own story one day. I do fully think I see in Meghan Markle what I see in Amber Heard. Sorry, I do. And she uses Oprah deleted their thing for a reason. She's a liar. She's been pointed out how badly she's a fucking liar from saying that the establishment, because I'm sorry, Dad, I disagree. I used to love the royal family, but I got older and the last
I'm not privy to the stuff that you're talking about. I'm going about it.
yeah, I think that she listen, she was engaged when she met Prince Harry. She was engaged. Actually, she was engaged or married to another man. Went on a blind date who happened to be Prince Harry, and left that relationship. Her ex actually tried to write a book, and right away, I mean, just look at it now. She doesn't want to be a part of the royal family, but she wants to be called Duchess. No, she wants to use Duchess to make money. You can't have it both ways, which I kind of agree with what the royal family is doing. But at the same time, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't understand in 2023, damn near, why the hell we have a monarchy or the royal family. Like, we don't need it. This old woman was shitting on gold toilets, y'all. Like, why do we have to have a king and a queen and a princess for in 2023? We don't need any of that.
I got the answer for your question.
What?
You want it.
What is that?
Part of British culture. That's why.
Yeah.
Just like worshiping Allah is part of the fucking Muslim culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
The royal family is a huge part. Hey, you live in Canada now.
I know.
Give your money face do you see on your money? That's because we respect her, man. That's because we still respect her.
I don't
Okay.
respect people that hide shit and allow people to get hurt, and that's just what the queen did to make herself look better. In my opinion. I don't respect them. I don't respect them.
We've reached an impasse, Sherry. We gotta talk about something else.
Okay. I see what you're saying though, and I get it, but I just, that's just how I feel.
Okay, well, you're entitled to your feelings for sure, but yeah, let's talk about something that's not so political.
Mark says, She used Harry.
Can you believe that Donald Trump is running for president again?
Is he?
I know a lot of you folks out there on YouTube or in America. What do you all think of Donald Trump running for president again? I got to hear this.
Okay, first of all, I didn't used to like Donald Trump. I didn't want him to be president.
He just didn't have the right personality to be a president.
I think he was okay. Well, I look at it now like, so when he was elected, I remember going to bed like that dude's never gonna win. But I also went to bed saying I did not want. Okay, I am about to piss even more people off right now when I say I don't believe that there should be a female president. I honestly don't, and I'm a female.
Why would you do that?
I don't think that because I am a female and I know how petty females can be. Just like men can be too, but females are built differently. And I don't think, I don't know, maybe that's how I came up. It was always a man. I don't know why. I just don't think a female should be president. That's my own personal opinion. It's what I've always thought. I think that men are better peacemakers at time. I don't want to risk okay, even growing up I always witnessed like girls always have a problem, but guys will get over shit easier, shake hands and get along. Even if they like hate each other, if they're, you know what I'm saying? Like I've noticed it a lot in my time that men can put shit aside a lot easier than women can. And I don't know. That's just how I feel. Women are built different. I'm not saying they couldn't be president, or maybe not everyone. I'm just saying I'm gonna keep all my reasons why quiet right now because I don't know why. I don't want to say it, but I don't. But anyway, I didn't like President Trump at first until I watched him get completely bullied. And exactly what we witnessed on the YouTube streets, but on Trump it was much different. They tried to silence him. When I actually did start appreciating that Trump was no bullshit and would actually tell, like he came straight out and was like, yeah, there's freaking aliens out there and they don't want us to talk to you guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he wanted to tell the world more than what the establishment wanted the world to know. So Trump was a danger to them. So the bully take away his right and his voice, and I didn't like that. So that made me have more respect for Trump. And now, yeah, I kind of do want to see him be president again.
The only problem with Donald Trump is lots of problems. First of all, I like some of his policies too. I totally believe in protecting your borders and stuff like that. But I mean, he didn't have any political experience whatsoever. The president of what is vastly considered the most powerful country in the world, mostly because of the fucking armaments they possess. You know, for a guy with zero political experience to fucking sit in that seat is just, I couldn't believe they allowed it. In fact, I'm not kidding about this neither. When I heard he got elected, I thought it was a Saturday Night Live skit or something I was watching.
Yeah.
Skit or something.
Yeah, I didn't believe it either.
I was like, you got to be kidding me. I mean, the problem with him is his arrogance. he was born with a silver spoon up his ass.
Well,
a lot of people.
do you know that for many years, like years before he ever ran, before the world even knew that he was thinking about running, he actually, for like a decade before running for president, when he would do his show, the You're Fired one, what was that?
The boss.
Yeah, not Undercover Boss, but the one where, yeah, You're Fired. He would make The Apprentice. Yes,
That's right.
he would make the contestants sign a waiver that they believe he would be good candidate to run for president one day. So he always, for many years before running, he had that as a goal. And I don't think a lot of people know that, but he did. He made all of his contestants sign something that they thought that Trump would be a good candidate to run for president. So he always had it in his sights. We just didn't know that. Because along with that is also NDAs and all that.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to be real careful what I say about political issues, but
Yeah.
He did a hell of a lot better than Biden. I'll
Oh,
say that.
did you see the blind
Yeah, I
man leading Biden?
I haven't heard anything really positive about Biden either. It seems to be he might be a little bit senile even, and
Yeah.
he's also running for president again. So I don't know.
Oh,
that's
he's not going to win. I have to say, too, when Trump ran for president, that's the first time in my life where I saw children take an interest of the presidency. My kids were like, no, like actually paying attention more than even I was. Like, that's when my kids were talking about Trump and the president. Like, they were just talking a lot more about it. And I remember thinking, wow, like that's something Trump did, because the kids knew who Trump was. He was on TV, right? So he's familiar. So it did get a lot of younger children interested in world events and the presidency and all of that. So I thought that was very interesting.
Because they knew him from his reality show, right?
Yeah, but and I think, yeah, again, I thought that was very interesting. Like my kids actually call Biden Uncle Touchy. Or no, not Uncle Touchy. The one that sniffs kids, Mom. The child sniffer. You call him Uncle Touchy. Leland says the child sniffer. My 10-year-old calls Biden the child sniffer. Whatever the fuck that means. Yeah, that's what my son says. Yeah. Did you know the child sniffer's president, Mom? Like, yeah, I know, Leland.
Well, I don't know. I'm not politically educated, but I think that the presidency of any democratic country should be somebody who has been trained since fucking right out of high school, right into college, into political science, for the position of president someday to be appointed. That's what I believe.
And be fully American.
Every possible aspect of political fucking science that they can cram into their brain. It should be somebody who is a very, very high achiever throughout his life, throughout his full, scholastic career and everything. And it should be somebody who is trained since graduation of high school to be a president of that country. That's what I believe. I think they would do a hell of a lot better if they had someone that was educated like that. Like Trump seemed to think that because he was president, he could do whatever the fuck he wanted. That's not the case.
Hmm.
President of the United States, the office of the President of the United States is a hell of a lot more important and always will be a hell of a lot more important than any one man that sits in that chair. Because the world looks up to the United States like it's the police force of the world, pretty much.
Mm.
They do what they want, but they stop other people from doing evil things. Even though they do evil things, they lied to their own people about why they went into Iraq. They were going after weapons of mass destruction. Well, that was a bunch of bullshit. But here I go talking about political stuff. I
So that's for another show.
get carried away. And I don't want to get carried away. It's your show. So you could ask me questions about stuff you want me to talk about.
No, we're all good. We're just chit-chatting. But I am going to go to, it's almost 10 o'clock here. We've been, minus the other show, we've been going for like 2 hours and 40 minutes total.
This has been fun.
It's fun. Well, we'll do it again. I don't know about tomorrow, but maybe Sunday. We'll have to pick something we want to talk about. I know you wanted to talk about, I was thinking about it the other day. There was a colonel, right? There was a case that you,
Oh, yeah.
what was that one
Yeah,
again?
Colonel Russell Williams.
Russell Williams, Colonel Russell Williams. I'm going to do some researching this weekend on that actually, and then we should talk about that.
You'll see the whole, everything. This was one of the most bizarre stories of a psychopath that I've ever heard of.
Colonel Russell Williams. Wait, what was it?
Russell Williams.
Okay, Russell.
He was the commander of Trenton Air Force Base in Trenton, Ontario,
Oh, I see.
which is the biggest Air Force base we have in Canada, by the way.
Oh, it is a Canadian. Oh, yeah. Oh, the guy who wore women. Oh, I know this guy. Okay, yes. I've actually. Let me pull this up because when people see it, they're gonna be like, "Who? What?" But when you see it, you're gonna be like, "Oh, okay. We've definitely watched a documentary or two on this dude." Okay.
Oh, this was wearing women's lingerie and stuff?
Yes, where he would take women. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
This dude, this goofy motherfucker.
Yeah, goofy motherfucker, but hey, that guy was a very, very high achieving man. He
But
had to be commander of the most fucking
that's not him.
biggest Air Force base in Canada. I mean, you don't get to be that if you're an idiot.
Well, Dad, he killed people and then took photos of himself in their underwear.
But no, he was a psychopath. You know, he's like a what's it called? What do they call that? Oh boy. Boy.
Well, I've always. Oh wow! Look at.
A dual personality. He's got a dual personality. He's just a fucking psycho.
Okay, we are gonna do
Yeah,
this.
What's the interrogation? That's him smiling in the camera when he's in the interrogation room. He doesn't know that he's busted yet. Watch that whole interrogation. You won't believe
Well, let's do that together on Sunday night. Let's pull up the interrogation and go through it together on Sunday night with everybody. Let's start that on Sunday night, and we'll just study everyone together. We'll go through it together.
You can actually pinpoint the very moment when he realizes that he's screwed.
Can't you? Can? Well, that would be interesting too.
Yeah, it is the most intense
Dude.
interrogation that I've ever seen. They're gonna write books about this cop that interrogated this guy.
Yeah.
It was classic. Yeah, what a fucking idiot.
I
That guy,
I think
that
I
guy-
had a similar swimsuit to this.
That guy that's wearing that lingerie,
Yeah.
he used to fly the Prime Minister of Canada around the world.
Oh
That
yeah.
was his job. Yeah, and the Queen he flew around too. Whenever she came to Canada,
Wow.
that was his appointment to fly the Queen whenever she came to Canada.
Dang. That face right there.
Yeah.
Just
I just have
smiling.
seen girls.
How long is this? Oh
I
shit.
was speaking with
Almost
whatever night
3
that
hours.
was
All
Russ
right.
as well.
We'll start this on Sunday.
Oh yeah,
and took every
I want to
number I
find out
had.
where this guy.
yeah. No, they were doing some pretty thorough
You
interviews.
wanna
that
write
night.
to
Yeah,
them?
absolutely. It was
All right.
great.
All right,
Yeah,
well-
I want
I'm just gonna move you closer. That's a little microphone.
to know him.
We'll find that. We'll get that.
I want to know. He's doing like he's never ever getting out. So you might want a pen pal. I wouldn't mind finding out what's going on inside that head.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Are you okay? Yeah, let's do that. Let's find that dude.
Okay.
Let's write him.
All right.
You heard about that guy? Yeah, I remember I watched a few documentaries on that guy, or a few things on him anyway, many years ago. But yeah, my dad's brought up that case a few times. So on Sunday night, we'll go through the interrogation with my dad, and we'll start going through it. It's 3 hours, so we'll probably do it in 2 shows. We'll start with the interrogation, and then we'll go through what we can. Now, another fun thing we did is, y'all know I have an unpopular opinion, but I do want to start talking about Casey Anthony again, because I did, as you know, I've had contact with George Anthony a few times in the past. Yes, that can be proven. I don't say I've talked to people if I haven't. So, but I did reach out to Casey Anthony and her team today. So, we'll see how that goes. But I think that there is something more. I want to. I'm not on the train everyone else is with Casey Anthony. Is it fucked up? Yeah. Did she do wrong? Yeah. But I think there's some truth in what she's saying, and I think it's I want to. We're gonna talk about it. That's what we're gonna do. If people are bringing up my kids in the chat, just block them immediately. There's no fucking around with that. I'm done. I'm done being nice to people that don't deserve it. I'm done giving adults 3 chances, 3 strikes. I'm just done with it. I don't want to do that anymore. It's been over 3 years now, and I've had it. I'm done. That's it. So people say I'm a psycho bitch anyway. They can. What, Dad?
I like some of the comments I'm seeing from there was one directed at the haters. Were you born stupid, or did you have to take classes of it?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I just seen that. That's funny. All right. Well, we're gonna give the mods a break from this mess. And Dad, I love you. And for the most part, people in here love you too, and they love hearing from you. So again, we're gonna ignore the hate. That's just part of, 2022. I know you're not too used to the social media and all of this and the hate, but it's something I signed up for. And when we share, like I told you earlier, when you have something important to say, the devil's always trying to silence you, right? So, which is funny because everyone says I'm so dumb. Cher doesn't know what she's talking about. She's so stupid, but y'all are watching. Like the haters that talk mad shit about how unintelligent I am and how I make 0 sense are still watching me. So how dumb am I? Jeez. But we'll pick this up again on Sunday evening. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds great.
Do you want to say any final words this evening to the listeners?
Yeah, thank you to everybody out there in podcast land. With my daughter Cher and Mark.
And you.
I like listening to your show, and so far I'm having a lot of fun with it. And the haters, I guess, the world's full of people like that. So
we need them. We can use them to uplift us. Bad publicity is still publicity, Dad. Bad publicity is still publicity.
Yeah.
Right? We take the hate, we uplift ourselves, but there's a lot more love and support, everyone reaching out and support. I see y'all. I don't always reply because honestly there's a lot of you guys, and I honestly, that would take forever. I honestly need a secretary, but I do see y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. My dad appreciates you. Mark appreciates you. My kids appreciate y'all. And again, that's all that matters. My kids are proud of me. My dad is proud of me. My husband's proud of me. And I'm also proud of me.
Don't forget cats.
And the cats are proud of me. Even Mia?
Yeah, Mia's crazy. She doesn't let me pick her up. I have to sneak up on her to pick her up. But I've finally realized after having her for a couple of years that she just doesn't like being picked up.
Yeah.
She doesn't mind being petted if she's laying down on the couch or something. I can pet her, but she doesn't like that whole all the feet up off the floor, cuddle stuff. She's like, nah, let me go.
Thanks, Yanni. All right, Dad. I'm gonna head to bed. I love you, and I will text you tomorrow.
Love you too.
Good
Talk to
night.
you soon. Good night, everybody in podcast land. God bless y'all.
All right, love you. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, my back. My back. Oh, I forgot I was still live. I'm texting people already. Sorry, I'm like responding. All right, I love y'all, and I think you're gonna see Mr. Share have coffee tomorrow. If not, I rescheduled. I want. We're gonna talk about these streets tomorrow. Then Sunday night we're gonna watch the interrogation of that Colonel Russell Williams, because Dad and I have been talking off and on about that case ever since Dad and I have been talking, and he found out what I do. So I think that'd be fun to go over with Pops. But thank y'all for hanging out. That was fun, and I know Dad loves it. So we'll learn a little bit at a time, because I'm learning as I go too. The haters are exposing shit, and I'm like, oh, okay, I knew that. Oh, that's interesting. So it is what it is, y'all. But we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, my members. Thank you, my awesome mods. And mods, if you think that something is nasty, don't worry about what I think. I'm not going to discipline y'all or take your rent because you thought something was nasty. I can see what comments get deleted anyways. But if you think it's nasty and you're questioning yourself, I don't know what this means. If you even have to question it as being inappropriate, or the person's trying to, I'm okay with a little sarcasm, but if it's completely obvious that the people are up to no good, you can just get them out. Delete the comments, whatever. My members, thank y'all. I love y'all. And everyone just listening, thank you. Love you. Subscribers, love y'all. And my haters, as much as you fucking annoy me, I also love you because I need you and you're helping me. Thank you. Bye.